we're gonna do scales from C to A, right? A, yeah. And let's do okay? So just M, okay? So C is your first note. What's our hymn? Power of the Blood. Oh yeah. So what number is it? 23. Let's turn there. So here is my plan. Okay, for this month. So I did not realize that I accidentally put Power in the Blood for next Sunday, but then the next singing class song right after that. So, I also noticed something within realizing that. Both of those are in the key of B flat, okay? And I'll get to that in a minute. So, in actuality, I want you all to do 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 songs this month. Okay. Because we're going to sing Where the Soul Never Dies, and we'll review that before we sing it the Sunday before. But you got Power of the Blood, then you have Oh Bring Your Loved Ones. On the same day, you have Joy Unspeakable and He Lives. Okay? All those songs are in B flat, so it's relatively easy to sing bass in that key because it's all the same notes. It's all the same sound. And even for you ladies, the alto is relatively the same in all songs. In every key, the alto and bass are generally the same. They follow the same pattern. You just have to focus on, like, look at Power in the Blood right here. So you notice how Would You Be Free from Your is all the same bass note. So you just make the same sound, but on Burden Of, it goes to E flat, and then Sin goes back to B flat. Okay? So you just make the same sound for that. Okay? So let me actually give you an example. Actually, first we're going to sing Power in the Blood, and then I'm going to switch gears a little bit and go to some of the other songs that we're doing. The next one's going to be Joy Unspeakable. And I'll just review it. I'm not going to send parts. I'm just going to try to encourage you to guess your part, if you would. So 23, we're going to start with the basses. So Miss Catherine is going to play the bass line, and then we'll sing it on the first. Okay, thank you. So notice on there's power, power, wonder working power. So notice your part there. the top line, the soprano and alto, they sing that, and then you echo in the blood, right? So you don't sing in the blood, you just sing in the blood. And then the ladies are gonna sing of the Lamb, and then you echo of the Lamb. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So let's try it, okay? So we're gonna start on that first, would you be free from your burden of sin?
Would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you or evil a victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power. In the blood of the Lamb, there is power, wonder-working power. In the precious blood of the Lamb.
Before we sing that second, we're going to do it a little bit faster. And then precious is dotted. So it's not precious blood of the Lamb, it's precious blood of the Lamb. Okay? Sorry? 16? Yeah, so it's... No. Yeah. Yeah. So a little bit faster on the second.
Would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Come for a cleansing to Calvary's side. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power. In the blood of the Lamb, there is power, wonder-working power. In the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be whiter, much whiter than snow? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Sin stains are lost in His life-giving flow. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power. In the blood of the Lamb, there is power, wonder-working power. In the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you do service for Jesus your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power. In the blood of the Lamb, there is power, wonder-working power. In the precious blood of the Lamb.
Good. So, so on the echo, you start the echo on beat 2. So it's kind of the same thing. What was the last song? My burdens roll away. So the ladies, they sang roll away, and then you echo to roll away, right? So on this one, it's in the blood, and then you echo in the blood. So it's beat 2. So this is 4/4 pattern again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So beat 1 is the downbeat, which is the first beat, and then 2 is when you start in the blood. So it's there is power, wonder-working power in the blood, in the blood. So it's in the blood, which is 1, and then in, which is 2, the blood, right? Does that make sense? Okay. I don't know if that helps, but yeah. Okay, altos. Thanks for showing up. It went from, yeah, okay. Your first note is D, okay? So, as I said before, in the key of B flat, they're relatively the same. And I'm not gonna waste any time. Okay, I'll do it after. Okay, so she's gonna play once and then just follow along and then we'll sing it after, okay? Okay, thank you. So I'll start at first. Would you be free?
Would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you or evil a victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Come for a cleansing to Calvary's side. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be whiter, much whiter than snow? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Sin saves the lost in its life-giving flow. There's wonderful power in the blood. There's power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There's power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you do service for Jesus your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily his praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Good. Y'all sound angelic. So let's blend and harmonize, meaning let's sing together. You sing your part, you sing your part. And so Miss Catherine's going to do her intro, and then let's sing it on the first.
Would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you or evil a victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Come for a cleansing to Calvary's side. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb.
the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be whiter, much whiter than snow? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Sin stains are lost in its life-giving flow. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you do service for Jesus your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Good job. This is a relatively easy song for bass and alto, and I want to look at that 198. 198. Joy unspeakable. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Keep your finger in 23 and then turn to 198.
Wait, what number?
Keep your finger in 23 and turn to 198. 198. Okay. So, I want you to look at both of these songs. So, look at 23 and then flip to 198. Look at them both. So, what is one thing that you notice that's the same from them? The key. That's what's important. The key. 4/4.
Baseline is similar.
Yes.
The verses.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are the same key, meaning that when we're singing it, we're singing the same notes on the scale. Okay. So, Miss Catherine, do you also have your finger in 23 and then on 198? I want to try something. Okay. So she's going to play one. You're going to play the first bar. So you're going to play, would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood. That's it. Okay? No. Just the bass. Yeah. Okay, now she's going to play 198. Just the bass. Okay, so on 23, the bass line is, would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood. 198, I have found His grace is all complete. He supplieth every need. So see how it's the same notes? So I want you, well, also the altos here. So for the altos, it's also literally the same thing. So can you play the alto line on that first bar only on 23? And now play the alto on 198. So see how it's the same notes? We're in the same key. We're in the key of B flat. Okay? So, Miss Catherine, are you able to play this song right now? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to sing it. So try to do that. So the notes that you sing on Power in the Blood, these are the same notes. So whenever you see that B flat, just follow. Now some people with in the midst of you know how to sing different parts, so pay attention to those people, please, and then try to follow along what they do, okay? So, let's sing 198. Just one verse. Just one verse. Yes? Okay, on the first. I have found His grace is all complete. He supplieth every need.
While I sit and learn at Jesus' feet, I am free, yes, free indeed. It is joy unspeakable and full of glory, full of glory, full of glory. It is joy unspeakable and full of glory. Oh, the half has never yet been told.
So how did y'all do? Was it easy or? So raise your hand if it was, okay, let me do this. Thumbs up if it was easy, you could just, you did awesome on it. Middle if it's eh. But thumbs down if it was just, So keep it up. Keep them up. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go to 31. So, here's what I'm going to do. Now, I need each and every one of you I need everyone to pay attention to what I'm about to say, okay? I am going to send parts to all the songs in this month that are in the key of B flat, okay? And your task we're gonna sing Power in the Blood next Sunday night, okay? So when are we singing Power in the Blood? Next Sunday night. So you should have your part for Power in the Blood all ready to go by then, okay? If I have your email and I send you parts, then you should have it. If I don't have your email, then we have an issue, okay? We have a problem if I don't have your email, right? Because how are you gonna practice if I don't have your email, right? And then the 26th of this month, Sunday night, we're singing Joy Unspeakable, which is in the key of B flat. He Lives, and Oh Bring Your Loved Ones. Now I know Oh Bring Your Loved Ones is new, and it's a little hard. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it is hard. But you can challenge yourself, okay, if you're up to it. But I want you to focus on Power in the Blood, and then Where the Soul Never Dies. Okay, we already went over. We're gonna review that eventually, maybe next Sunday. And then Joy Unspeakable, and then He Lives. Okay, so those are the 4 songs on the song list of this month that I want you to focus on because they're all in B flat. Okay, so it's the same sound. You're making the same sound. If you see the note right there and it's B flat, you just make the same sound that you've been making. Okay, so for He Lives, Miss Catherine, can you play that first phrase? Actually, I serve a risen Savior. He's in the world today. Can you just play that? And the B flat, the bass line, rather. Yeah, bass. So that is the same sound. It's just B flat. So play B flat. So that's what you're doing. Now it gets a little tricky as it goes on, but can you play this? Yeah? So now for this one, watch me on the chorus. If you don't watch me, you will mess up. Okay? So do the intro. Watch me on the chorus. I serve a risen Savior, He's in the world today. I know that He is living, whatever man may say.
He's always near. He lives today. Christ Jesus lives in me. He walks with me and talks with me along life's narrow way. He lives salvation to impart. You ask me how I know He lives. He lives within my heart.
How was that? Yeah? Are you, okay, let me ask you this. I know it's a little hard, but are you able to do it? Yeah? So, if you didn't shake your hand, or shake your hand, if you didn't shake your head yes, or nod, yeah, that's the word, because shaking your head is no. Okay. So if you didn't nod your head yes, then I am telling you to get confident right now so you can do it with the rest of us, okay? Because I've heard you all sing and blend together, and it's actually really enjoyable. I could listen to you for hours, honestly, okay? If you actually practice your part and do it. If you don't practice your part, then I won't listen to you. But if I have your email and I send you parts, you should be listening to them, okay? I'm not asking you just, okay, I know that we're adults here, and we have a job, and we have busy schedules, right? But you have the drive to work, or you have some alone time at least, right? So you can just have it playing just in the background, just for your brain to process it and just to get used to it, right? You don't have to sit down and open the hymnal and sing along. If you do, then that is great. Keep doing that. I'm proud of you. Do not stop that for anything, okay? But if you're busy or you don't have the time or you're just not motivated enough, then just keep it playing in the background, okay? Can everybody do that? Yes? Okay. So we're singing Pound the Blood next Sunday night. You have your parts. Please review that and practice it so it can sound perfect. Okay? If I don't have your email, I know who you are. So please give me your email, okay? If you don't want to give me your email, that's fine. You don't have to, and so you can just attend class and it'll all be fine, okay? But it would help if I have your email, okay? So October is coming up in a few weeks, so I am taking song requests. I already have Master, the Tempest is Raging, Oh, for 1,000 Tongues to Sing, Heaven Came Down and Glory Filled My Soul, and Day by Day. So if you have any, you can raise your hand and go, yes.
Jesus calls us, break down the bread of life.
Jesus calls us and break down the bread of life. Okay? I'm now found. We are singing that this month. So. Be still my soul. I hate autocorrect. It said dead still. Still. My soul. Yeah.
Surely goodness and mercy.
Surely goodness.
Draw me near. Love lifted me.
Love lifted me.
Saved by the blood.
Saved by the blood.
Will Jesus find us here?
Yes, Micaiah?
In the garden.
In the garden. It's been a while.
Will Jesus find us once?
We just sang that.
Okay. Lord, I'm coming home. If she wants to do, Whiter than snow.
Whiter than snow. Yes.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
I know.
I happy day. Oh, happy day.
Revive us again.
Revive us again.
I must love Jesus.
You have a lie. You're giving like 10. we're singing it at the end of the month.
When I survey the wondrous cross.
When I survey. Wonderful word of life.
Doxology.
Doxology.
Oh, that's a good one. If I gain the world.
Huh?
If I gain the world.
If I gain the world, that's a 3. So it'll have to be a new song, yeah. I think I've heard it.
I just slipped it.
His way with me?
His way with, oh.
I love to tell a story. I love those.
Yes, sir?
Pentecostal power, and how can I be all these virtual?
Alex?
479.
No.
Is that a hallelujah chorus?
Heavenly sunlight.
Oh,
446.
Or is that great as thy faithfulness? Huh?
Ivory Falls.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Ivory palaces, I think.
Yesterday, today, forever.
Okay, that's all taking. This is quite the list. Here's the thing. So certain songs are prioritized. So I can't promise that all of the ones that you requested will make it on the October, but they will eventually. Like, cause you already said that. Pastor wants to do the one songs every 3 months, and so there's already like there's already a list done of like when we do them, so it's like we don't sing Amazing Grace twice in a month. Because if we're doing it 4 times a year, then it has to be in every 3 months or so, right? And so some of these songs are already, popular enough for everyone to know, but a lot of these are songs we haven't sung in a while, so they'll have to be like on a Sunday night or Wednesday night or, No, we'll eventually get it. What did you want? If I Gave the World? So here are the songs that I'll prioritize. Master, the Tempest is Raging. Oh, for 1,000 Tongues. Heaven Came Down. In the Garden. Wider Than Snow. When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. Doxology, that's a chorus, so that can, we can end up Wednesday night on that one. Pentecostal Power hasn't been sung in a while, so. How Can I Be Lonely? And then Ivory Palaces, we'll have to do that one again as a new song. And then Child of the King, we haven't done that one in a while. So yeah, good requests. I was gonna say something else. So when it comes to the B flat key, I maybe think that it's a good idea for us just to focus on one key so that you can learn to sing it. Because if we're switching from B flat to E to A flat and then to C, then it's kind of like your mind is just all over the place. So I just want to focus on one key, okay? And I'm gonna try to pick up songs in the future that are just in B flat, because that's an easy key to sing in bass rather, and alto as well. And so after that, maybe we'll focus on F or another, maybe A flat, okay? And so B flat and A flat I think are really easy to sing in bass. So I'm saying bass because sometimes the alto note tends to go a little fancy with what it does, and so, but you can still do it, right? Okay, I've heard what you can do, so it's not like you can't do it, okay? You just need the motivation, and you just need to realize it up here that you can do it, okay? I wasn't really into music when I first got saved, but when I did get saved, when I first heard hymns being sung, that's when I was like, oh, this is different than what the non-denominational churches did or sung, right? And so I realized, okay, these hymns actually have doctrine, and you actually learn from the hymns, and you can actually sing along to them. You know, because most of these songs in the non churches, they're not really meant to be sung along to, even though they say like lift up a shout of praise or something, or lift up your voices together, stuff like that. People don't really sing because it's hard. Okay, so but the thing about the hymns is that they're easy, and the reason that they have the parts is for people like you to sing along to them. Okay, so I hope that you all can take time to just play it in the background. Okay, you don't have to sit down and follow along with it or sing along to it. You can just play in the background. That'll be just as good. Now it's better if you do sit down and sing along to it, because that'll actually advance your musical knowledge. Okay, but if you just have it playing in the background, that's good enough. Okay, it's like, do you ever have sermons playing in the background, or Bible or something like that? You're still paying attention, you're still learning, and so it's the same thing with music. Now music sticks, okay? It sticks to your brain. So someone randomly, so like little jingles that you've heard in commercials, they're still in your head, okay? I heard someone today just randomly out of nowhere say, "The snack that smiles back." Okay? That, or little other little jingles like I don't know, what can you think of? So music gets stuck in your brains, okay? You can't go anywhere without hearing music, okay? But you're in the parking lot and you hear music. What is that about? But if you have it playing in the background, then you can still learn, okay? So I am going to send parts, okay? And what I want each and every one of you to do is to just have it playing in the background. That's all I'm asking. That is all. Now practice Power in the Blood. Actually sit down and practice it and sing along to it. If you can't do that, okay, fine, just have it playing in the background. But please at least just have it playing in the background. Can everybody do that? Yes? Yes? Okay, I'm glad. So I will send parts of the hymns tomorrow, and I expect you all to have Power and Blood ready by next Sunday night, because that's what we're focusing on. And then after that, then other songs as well. Okay? So, thanks for your attendance. I appreciate it, and I don't have anything else to say. We said everything. I look forward to seeing you next Sunday and singing Power in the Blood. In a few moments, we'll sing out as a church, so I encourage you to take the hymn book and just give it your best and sing, and look forward to that and the preaching of God's Word. So let's bow our heads together and be dismissed. Father in heaven, we thank you for this day you've given to us so far. Thank you for the soul winning that's taken place and the souls that were saved today. And I pray, Lord, that you please bless the service to come. I ask that you please be with the congregational singing of your people. Please fill me with your spirit as I lead, and I pray that you would be with all the musicians and the people in the church that would sing out. Please help us all to be focused on the words that we're singing and the one we're singing to you, Lord. And I pray that our heart would be fixed upon you and focused on you as we sing as a church. And I pray, Lord, that you would also bless our pastors and preach your word to us. Please fill him with your spirit. Give him power and unction as he as he does that and help us to be edified with the preaching, help us to be open to it. And please bless the rest of the day and the rest of the night. And we'll thank you for it all in Jesus' name. Amen. You're dismissed.